mystery this year is insane. We thought we'd covered everything, you know, because we explored the house, we saw what was under the house, and now we're nowhere near the house. We're in a completely new set, which is huge, and it comes with a new character as well. So it's quite interesting to see what happens with the mystery there.
Obviously, it's been on for 2 seasons now, so the audience will know the house, know the students who live there, so the storylines can be a bit more detailed. And then there's new characters like Ali's character.
Yeah, where we can really dive in and get into how my character, and there's another character played by Louisa who plays Willow, and how we kind of fit into everything. It's really cool.
And there's new relationships and new mysteries and new teachers and new bad people.
This villain this year is the scariest villain that House of Anubis has ever had. And this guy, I feel like all 3 seasons have built up to this moment. He is terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
It's someone new. It's someone who we have never seen in the house before, ever. But it's also someone we know about, which makes it kind of scary. And it's someone who has always been in the storyline, but you will never have realised.
Welcome, welcome, a new term, a new leaf. Hey, dude. Come on, Nina. Yeah, I'm not. Last time I checked. How you doing, Ruby? Yeah, dude.
It's hard to keep track of some things in Anubis because you remember that this guy kind of likes this girl, but that girl kind of likes this guy, and then this girl is upset with this guy. And then, but also let's not forget that this guy's trying to save the world. This guy's trying to figure out how to save the world.
Dad! Oh, hi. Yeah. Good to have you back, son. Nose clean this term, Edison.
Call me Eddie and I'll consider it.
If I had to kind of explain what goes on in Series 3, it's basically relationships now come into the mystery, which heavily involves such as Patricia and Eddie. It was always a kind of, you know, they were together at the end of Series 2, and now their relationship is put at stake, and so is everyone else's, and it's totally involved in the mystery, and it's very interesting because you often find this year that there are people you thought you could trust that now you can't, which is very, very interesting. There are some things I miss about school, which is kind of crazy. I never thought I'd say that when I was at school, but the day I left, I really missed the friends, and almost, I kind of missed being in class. I missed having to learn something every day.
You know when you have class and all of your friends are in class, and then the teacher's like, all right, everyone, get into groups, and you kind of look at your best friend, and then they look at you. I miss that feeling.
The thing that I definitely don't miss about school is homework and maths. I hated maths. Did alright in it in the end, but I really, really didn't like maths, and I just love drama.
I definitely don't miss homework. Hated it.
No,
And even though we have to get early for this job, I can literally like get up and I get up 5 minutes before and get in the van and then drive him. They make my leave it suitable for TV. Having to get up and get all ready and then get to school. I was always late because I rubbish at like getting up.
What I don't miss about school, I've got to say it, and it's ironic really, is the uniform. I used to hate wearing school uniform, and the weird thing is, when I left school, I came straight to Anubis. So when I left school, I was like, yes! I was like, rid of the school uniform! And then I came here, which means that I wear a school uniform here every day. It's just a different colour, which is just,
If I could cast one spell, it would be on myself that I would like to be able to fly. Does that count?
If I could cast a spell, I would cast a spell that I could fly. I always wanted to fly. I think flight would be the best superhero power ever. I would give myself that, and then I would make it genetic so that my kids could fly. I could just fly around like a mama goose.
I always wanted to be able to fly when my mum got stuck in traffic. I was like, wish I could just get out of this car and fly.
Yeah.
I would make a little island. It only has to be about as big as half the size of this studio, with a little hut on it, and I'd have a little boat and I'd go swim out to it and just have fun for the day and come back.
I would cast a spell that I could go to the North Pole into. I had to go in Santa's sleigh for Christmas Eve and deliver all the presents.
That's good.
Because that's what I always wanted when I was little. I was like, I really want to go to the real North Pole.
My favourite villain was always Dr. Octopus from the second Spider-Man movie. I always wanted him. When I was little, I built Dr. Octopus arms out of Lego, and kind of, yeah, that lasted about 10 minutes. And then my other favourite villains, Lord Voldemort. Just thought he was just terrifying. He was so good.
But my favourite villain of all time has to be Voldemort from Harry Potter.
My favorite super villain would definitely have to be Jesse and James, Team Rocket, aka, from Pokemon. They were my favorite.
If we could have a celebrity guest star as a teacher, I would have Michael Fassbender, because I just think he is brilliant. I'm going for a bit of a Michael Fassbender stage at the moment. I just think he's amazing. So him, I'd pick him.
Hands down, it'd be Russell Brand.
I'd have to go with either Jack Black, which would be pretty cool, because I imagine he'd be hilarious. He'd do something insane, and he'd just be so good in something like that. Or, because he's like my favourite actor, I just love Tom Hanks. Like, he's my favourite. I just think he's great. And if he came into it, it would kind of be weird though, because all my scenes, I'd be standing there like this.